Okay, this is about Beehive Founders number 2. This is coming up after the election in 1980. Where did we go from there? Well, in 1981, we had our second son, which rounded out our family of 4, 2 girls and 2 boys. And then in the school year 81-82, we found that one of our children was struggling in school. In fact, the teacher said that this particular child was the third dumbest in his class. Well, that just didn't sit well. So we arranged with the teacher for some extra help during the fall parent-teacher conferences. It did not materialize, and so we decided we were going to try again at the spring parent-teacher conference. The teacher again said that extra work would be forthcoming, extra help, which it didn't materialize, and yours truly just blew. I could not stand that and said, okay, we're taking all the kids out. They're taking the 3 older kids out, and we're going to homeschool them, which we did. And in the summer of 1982, we took our 4 children on a trip. It was a wonderful trip. I think we spent about 7 weeks back east. We started out in a tent, but we decided that a tent was not what we needed when it rained, and so we bought a small camper, and the 6 of us toured the East Coast and some places in between for church and American history. It was a wonderful trip, and so we started our homeschool experience. Unfortunately, at that point, there weren't that many resources available, and it became kind of a drudgery for our kids, and we have to apologize to them for that. It was not our intention. But they continued patiently in homeschool for a couple of years, and then in 1984, one of our children wanted to get a video. Videos were coming into popularity, very popular, especially among the younger set. And so we went to the video store and asked about this particular video. Was it decent? Was it okay for a family to watch? Oh, yes, there's nothing wrong with it. Well, we got it home and we had to turn it off. It should have been X-rated. It was not a good film. And I got mad. And sometimes when you get me mad, I do something about it. I said there had to be a place where our kids could go, especially our youth, and get decent movies. And so we started what came to be called Sunrise Family Video in American Fork, Utah. We did not have R-rated movies. We screened all of the movies for foul language, for nudity, for other things. And you could tell on the front what was if there was any problem with the movies, because we had a little sticker that we put on the front that we could check if there was a problem with anything. And I would get movies from the producers, and I would sit in this armchair. I remember there was a wastebasket right below my right arm, and I had also the control for the remote right on the arm of the chair, and there was a TV table right in front of me with a stack of videos on it, and I would put one in and turn it on, and nope, okay, that won't work, into the wastebasket. And the majority of them did go into the wastebasket, but we found some really, really good films. And I remember once going to Salt Lake. I went to Salt Lake more than once, but this one particular time going to Salt Lake and wondering, I need to find some good videos. And I remember distinctly hearing in my mind, well, go over so many rows this way and so many rows that way, and up on the shelf, the next to the top shelf, you'll find a video that's really good. And so I did. And that's really how we picked most of them, through the Spirit. And we had a marvelous video store. In 1985, the kids went back to school at their request because they were entering high school and so forth, and they wanted to be able to participate in all of the functions and fun times in high school and junior high, and so we let them go back. But at the same time, we had this video store, and they learned how to work, which was really, really a good thing. And they brought in a lot of their friends and so forth, and we were even able to help to fund a choir trip to California, which was a good thing. We ended up with 5,000 videos and 5,000 members. We also had every video that the church had produced, and so the elders would and sisters, the missionary elders and sisters would come in, and they would select one or two films or so to put on to explain a particular point that they were teaching about, or to entertain the young people in the family while they taught the parents. And of course those were free to anyone who wanted to borrow them. So that was a little bit about our time in the video store. It was no R-rated. It was all family rated, and we enjoyed that very much. Well, in 1988, we felt that we needed to move to St. George, and so we sold the video store and moved to St. George. But what happened? The person that bought it did not quite understand how to run it and make a success out of it, and so we got a call one day that said, "I'm either going to liquidate it or sell it. Do you want it back?" And we went out to lunch and decided, no, we don't want it back. We're happy doing what we're doing. But that particular day, the first and only time during the time that our son was on his mission, the mail came early. Usually we were on the last of the mailman's delivery, came 4 or 5 o'clock, but that day it came at 1, just shortly after I got home from having lunch with my husband, and opened up the letter, and on page 5 it says, "If the video store ever becomes available, I want to buy it back and make it my life's work." So we made arrangements, called our son in Paraguay. Yes, he did want the video store. So our younger son and I went up to American Fork and stayed with some friends for quite a while and started running it. And then in 1992, my husband joined us, and we were able to revive the store. It was such an important part of the missionary work in the area that the mission president sent 3 sets of missionaries to help refurbish the store, to clean it out, to paint it, to rearrange it, and make it, spick and span and so forth. And that was really a good thing. Okay, now you know a little bit about us with the video store. Now we're going to talk about the school, and that is about the founders, number 3.